Hi everyone, I'm just going to walk you through one last time on how to make a graph in Google Sheets. So first off, this table is a good table because it has a title for the independent variable. The title has units, same for the dependent variable as units up here. As you can see, none of these numbers have got letters after them. If you have a letter after it, it will confuse the computer and it will no longer be able to work. So you need to make sure there are no letters in your tables. If you want to have Google Sheets calculate the averages for you, it's really easy. Equals average. There we go. There's my average. I'll show you. Here's an example of what will happen if you have words, if you have letters and with your numbers. As you can see, it confuses the system and it doesn't want to work. So I need to change all of those back. You need to make sure if you're doing this online to not have anything in there. Or even if you are doing it on paper, it is still good to make sure you don't have any units in here just because it looks nicer. It's just generally accepted a bit better. But as you can see, I'm copying all this down because I do not care about the trial data anymore. I need to keep it because it's useful if I need to look back at anything, but I don't need this anymore. All I need is this because we are using the average bend of the ruler. We are not using the trial data. So you need to click Insert, need to click Charts. It will think it over for a sec and then it'll make a chart. It needs to be a scatter plot, scatter chart, so that we can make a line of best fit. This title does not matter all that much. It's nice, it's useful, but it's not the most useful thing. These two are the most useful things because without that, I don't know what those numbers are. This could be 100, 200, 300 cows. I wouldn't know if I didn't have this. So first thing we need to change is it does not start at 0, 0. So we need to click on this, and as you can see, it selects the customize option for me. So I click on that, minimum value is going to be 0. There we go. So now it's changed it to 0, 0. Next point we need to do is we need a trend line. For this one, you could click either on the dots, so you can see them selected here, or you could go to series and the options and trend line. There we go. If you look here, it will tell you the equation you need to get, hint, but you still need to show working out. So that is what our trend line is going to be for the starter, but without working it out, you can't prove that you were able to get the gradient. You need to prove that you understand how it works if you want to get merit or above. So we will have to do that equation, y equals mx plus c. If you want to show, if you want to calculate using this, if you want to calculate this, you could add a minimum value onto that. So you would have probably written 0 over here, but if you want to have a look at this, how it says negative 0.05. If you do that, if it does go below, it doesn't matter. It's just what your trend line says. You need to follow what your trend line says, no matter if you think it might be wrong, because that's what your experiment tells you. So now I have negative 5 so that I can see that 0.05 number under the 0. But that's my graph. If I really wanted to do it to university standard, I would also have to take off the line that's around this graph. But luckily we are not doing that, which is great. So that is everything you need to do. I have my titles have the units, goes from 0, 0, 0, -5, -0. But as you can see, it starts here at 0. I have a line of best fit equation. I have a title, which isn't very necessary, but I have it. And as you can see, it goes up, trend line is good, so I can hand this in. Hopefully that helps.